Let's talk a few minutes about redistricting and how single-member districts can benefit the people in the 30th House of Delegates district. Currently, in the 30th district, we elect 7 House of Delegates representatives. Now, the 30th district falls below this line. It covers approximately this area, stretching from Nitro, St. Albans to Eskdale and Montgomery, and all points in between. We have elected 7 House of Delegates members. These House of Delegate members are Bonnie Brown, Nancy Guthrie, Barbara Hatfield, Mark Hunt, Eric Nelson, Doug Scaff, and Danny Wells. All 7 of these individuals live in the South Charleston area. The Upper Kanawha Valley has no representation in the House of Delegates as far as an individual who lives in the community. Nitro, St. Albans, Cross Lanes, you have no representation in the House of Delegates as far as someone who lives in your community. Now, the County Commission, we have 3 county commissioners, Kent Carper, Dave Hardy, and Hoppy Shores. All 3 live in the Charleston area. In our state senate, the Kanawha County is covered by 2 senatorial districts. We have 2 representatives for each of those districts. We have Dan Foster and Brooks McCabe for the 17th district, Corey Palumbo and Eric Wells for the 8th district. Again, they all live in the Charleston, South Charleston area. What this does is it reduces the ability for people in the outlying areas of Kanawha County from being able to hold their representatives accountable just by seeing them in everyday situations. You're not going to see your representative at Go-Mart in the mornings getting gasoline. You're not going to see your representative at Kroger's getting groceries, or at Foodlands, or at Save-A-Lots in Glasgow, Cedar Grove. You're not going to see your representative at Tim Hortons. You're not going to see your representative at Go-Mart at the mouth of Cabin Creek. It's not going to happen unless it's a special event, unless someone is waving signs for re-election or something of that nature. They don't just show up in our communities. They don't drive our roads. They don't see what goes on day to day in our areas. Kanawha Countyans deserve representation from their local communities. And in order to assure this, because the current method is not working, the current method has all of our state senators, all of our county commissioners, and all of our House of Delegates living in this area of Charleston depicted by the orange circle. Single delegate districts would split Kanawha County's 30th district into multiples of 3 or 6 or some number. I don't know what they'll settle on. But it will give us an opportunity to elect people from our community. The way it is now is that everybody who's running for election jumps in a big pile, and the top 7 vote getters win. Doesn't matter where they live. So it becomes a popularity contest. All they have to do is make sure they have enough votes in the right places, and they can get elected every time. The last time Kanawha County, Upper Kanawha Valley had an elected representative, you probably can't even figure it out. It's been decades. We've had many good candidates step up to the plate, but the fact is that if you want to run as a candidate and you live, say, in Pratt, or you live in Eskdale, then you have to travel to Cross Lanes, Nitro, St. Albans, you have to convince those people as well that you are good enough to serve. They don't know you. But if you're from the greater Charleston area, there's almost a guarantee that you know enough people in that area to get elected every time. Single member districts is not a Democrat versus Republican issue. It is an accountability issue. It is a fair representation issue. The people in the Upper Kanawha Valley, the people in Cross Lanes and Nitro, are just as capable of electing Democrats and just as capable of electing Republicans as they have always been. Just because you split the county or the 30th district into single districts and force representatives to live in those districts does not mean that the voting population has changed their perspectives. What it does mean is that there's more accountability. Just like your mayor, you can walk up to your mayor in just about any situation on a daily basis and talk to your mayor. You should be able to do the same thing with your House of Delegates and your state senator. I want to urge you to contact your House of Delegates representatives and your state senators and tell them to support single member districts for Kanawha County.